You feel like life is slipping through your fingers, like you're constantly falling behind your goals. But here's the truth, you're not falling, you're distracted. Every notification, every half-finished task, every little digital ping hijacks your attention without you even realizing it. Most people think they're failing because they lack discipline, skill, or luck, but the real culprit is scattered focus. Imagine spending hours working, yet by the end of the day, nothing meaningful is done. You feel exhausted, frustrated, and convinced you're losing. That's the illusion of distraction. It's not about working harder, it's about directing your attention where it actually matters. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to identify invisible distractions, reclaim control of your day, and take deliberate actions that move you forward. You'll see clearly how small, intentional choices can stop the downward spiral and turn your focus into unstoppable momentum. You keep thinking you're falling behind, blaming yourself for not being productive enough. I'm lazy, I'm not disciplined, or I'm failing. Sound familiar? The truth is, it's rarely about discipline. It's about distraction. Every ping, every notification, every open tab fragments your attention and steals your energy. You feel like you're slipping, but in reality, your focus is scattered. Most people believe that success comes from working harder, staying longer, or being better than everyone else. That's a myth. Hard work without focus is like rowing a boat with holes. No matter how hard you paddle, you won't get anywhere. Attention, not effort, is the real key to progress. This topic matters today more than ever because our environment is designed to fragment focus. Social media, emails, and endless alerts train your brain to react instead of act. If you don't take control, your days disappear without meaningful achievement, leaving you exhausted and frustrated. In this video, we'll explore how to recognize distractions, regain your focus, and structure your day for deliberate progress. By the end, you'll know exactly how to stop feeling like you're falling and start moving toward your goals with clarity and purpose. Recognize the invisible distractions. The first step to regaining control is identifying what's pulling you off course. Most people think they're failing, but in reality, they're being pulled in 100 different directions without realizing it. Notifications, social media, emails, and endless small tasks hijack your focus. I remember mornings where I thought I was productive, jumping from one task to another. By noon, I realized I hadn't accomplished anything meaningful. That's when it hit me, it wasn't my skill or effort, it was the distractions. Neuroscientists explain that our brains are wired to respond to novelty, which is why notifications and sudden alerts so easily capture attention. Recognizing these triggers is crucial. Once you can spot what's fragmenting your focus, you can take steps to control your environment. It's not about eliminating everything. Some distractions are unavoidable, but identifying the ones that cost you most is key. When you do this, you reclaim your power to steer your day intentionally. You're not failing, you're learning to protect your attention and make deliberate progress toward your goals. Set boundaries for your focus. Recognizing distractions is only the first step. Now you need to set boundaries. Most people think multitasking is productive, but it's the fastest way to feel scattered and overwhelmed. Your attention is your most valuable resource, and it needs protection. I used to let every notification interrupt my workflow. By mid-afternoon, I felt drained, stressed, and convinced I was failing. Then I started creating intentional boundaries, muting my phone, closing unnecessary tabs, and scheduling blocks of uninterrupted time. The results were immediate. Instead of reacting to chaos, I was directing my day. Studies show that uninterrupted focus dramatically improves efficiency and reduces stress. Even short periods of protected time allow your brain to produce better insights and make smarter decisions. It's not about perfection, it's about structure. Start small, 10 minutes of distraction-free work. Gradually increase the time and you'll notice a dramatic shift in productivity and clarity. Boundaries aren't restrictions, they're tools that give you freedom to perform at your best. With this approach, distractions lose power, and you regain control of your day. Prioritize what truly matters. Being busy doesn't mean you're productive. Most people confuse activity with progress, hopping between tasks without asking if they truly matter. That's why you feel like you're falling behind, even when you're doing everything right. I used to fill my days with small tasks, meetings, and messages, thinking it was productive. By evening, nothing meaningful was accomplished. The breakthrough came when I started identifying my top 3 priorities each day. That simple shift transformed my productivity. I wasn't drowning in tasks, I was advancing toward real goals. Time management research shows that focusing on fewer, high-impact tasks increases both results and satisfaction. The human brain can only handle so much at once, scatter your attention, and effectiveness plummets. Prioritization isn't just about efficiency, it's about reclaiming control and energy. When you focus on what truly matters, distractions lose grip, and momentum builds naturally. You're not falling, you're learning to channel your attention toward what actually moves the needle and creates meaningful progress. Build microhabits to stay grounded even with boundaries and priorities. It's easy to drift back into distraction. That's where microhabits come in. These are small, intentional actions that anchor your focus and keep your day on track. 10 minutes spent reviewing your goals, journaling progress, or planning next steps can prevent you from feeling lost or scattered. I began spending 10 minutes each morning reflecting on my intentions. At first, it felt insignificant, but over weeks, those tiny habits reshaped how I approached every decision. I noticed less overwhelm, more clarity, and a deeper sense of purpose. Psychologists explain that microhabits are powerful because they leverage consistency over intensity. Large changes are hard to sustain, but small, repeated actions compound into significant results. They become invisible anchors that guide behavior without draining energy. You don't need hours of discipline to regain control, you need small, intentional habits that reinforce focus. When integrated into your daily routine, distractions lose power, and your sense of direction strengthens. You're not falling, you're learning to stay grounded in the moments that matter most. Here's the hard truth, most people will keep blaming themselves for failing, when in reality, they're simply distracted. They'll continue reacting to every ping, every alert, every interruption, wondering why their goals slip further away. But you now know the difference. The wrong path is chaos, letting distractions dictate your day, juggling tasks without focus, and feeling like you're falling behind. The right path is deliberate, recognizing distractions, setting boundaries, prioritizing what truly matters, and building microhabits that anchor your attention. Most people won't do it. They'll stay busy but achieve little. But you will. Attention is the real currency of success. The moment you control it, you take control of your life. The savage truth? You're not failing, you've been scattered. Once you reclaim your focus, there's nothing that can stop you from moving forward and achieving what truly matters. So remember, you're not falling, you're distracted. The difference between feeling stuck and moving forward isn't talent or luck, it's focus. Recognize the distractions, set clear boundaries, and prioritize what truly matters. Build small, intentional habits that anchor your attention and keep your day on track. Transformation doesn't require giant leaps, it's created through consistent, deliberate choices in the moments that often go unnoticed. The 10 minutes you spend reviewing priorities, journaling, or focusing without interruption can ripple across your entire day, week, and year. So ask yourself, when distractions arise, will you let them pull you down, or will you use your attention to regain control and move deliberately toward your goals? Now it's your turn. You've learned that you're not falling, you're simply distracted. The question is, will you take control of your attention, or will you let notifications, tasks, and chaos dictate your day? Commit to one action in the next 10 minutes that will reclaim your focus and drop it in the comments. I want to see who's ready to stop spinning their wheels. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button to show you're serious about taking control. And make sure to subscribe, because every video here is designed to help you cut through distractions, build microhabits, and move deliberately toward your goals. And if you want the next level, check out the next video, The Brutal Truth About Success No One Shares. It dives deep into what most people never realize about achieving real success and will change how you approach your goals. Click to watch it now and uncover what most people miss. Remember, you're not falling, you're learning to steer.